Okay, so the first question. What was the approximate amount of rainfall for Waterbury, Vermont for that year? There's Waterbury, right? So what's the approximate amount of rainfall? 40? It's not 40 because, again, Waterbury is in between the line that is labeled 36 and the other line that is labeled 40. So it can't be 40 because it's not on the line. 38, 37, all right, 39. You could have said those numbers. So anywhere from 37 to 39 would be acceptable. What is the average rainfall for the entire area, and how did you figure it out? What is the average rainfall? You guys do know how to calculate average, right? How do you find out the average for something? Gianna? What's that? You add them, right? And then what's the next step? After you add them, what's the next step? You divide them by the total number of things you added together. Good. So if you look at this map, you see that there are numerous number 32s, numerous number 40s, and numerous number 36s, right? You don't add all of them because, again, remember 32, that's the same line. So you just add 32 plus 36 plus 40. Those three numbers. Then divide them by 3, and then that gives us what for the average amount of rainfall? What's that? 36. Good.
I got it right, but not the right way. But technically, if this was a test, it would still be marked correct.
However, if the question wasn't set up the same, then it might not be. What is the approximate elevation at location X right here? What is the elevation at X, Melissa? What's that? No. Look what's...
Because it goes up by 40.
No. The contour interval is 20 for this map.
Oh, so I did
0. 0. 0.
I was thinking like, okay, what?
Because again, another thing, Melissa, that would give it away, look, that line is surrounded by water, which means it's at sea level. All right. What side of the island appears to be the steepest slope? What side of the island has the steepest slope?
The right side?
North side. Well, let's not say right side. Let's just say north, south, east, and west. What cardinal direction is that? Yeah, but this is something you've learned since elementary school. Now, what side of the east side? Good. All right. Next question. What is the possible elevation at location C? Possible elevation. Now, they're not asking you highest possible elevation. They're just asking you for a possible elevation. But if you gave me the highest possible elevation, that would also be correct as an answer, because that would be a possible elevation. So, Arlene, you said 89? Good. As long as there's any number between 81 and 89, you would be correct. Last question. Using your pen or pencil as a guide, what is the approximate distance from A to B? Remember, you got to use the scale at the bottom of the map. So what is the approximate distance? 1.5 would be correct. It's 1.5 miles. Good. All right, so we're going to move on to the next one, which I'm going to hand you out now. I'm going to give you 10 minutes to 11 minutes to complete it, and then we're going to go over it. Okay, I want to go over this now. All right, so the first question is, what is the elevation of contour line B? All right, so what's different in this map than other maps we have looked at is we're looking at an area that doesn't have water, right? So we're looking at a hilly area based on the elevations that that we see here. So location B is right here. We know that the contour interval of this map is 20, right? Each line is worth 20 feet. Good, because it says it right here on the bottom of the map. So who has an answer for me? What is the elevation of location B? 1,000 and what? 50? 60? Excellent. So here's the 1,000 line. That would make this line 1,020, 1,040. Next line would be 8,060. Good. What is the highest possible elevation at location J right here? Highest possible elevation. Don't all answer at once. Arlene, tax stab at a raise hand. Nope, not 1,079. Does end in a 9 though. 1,099. So how did we figure this out? So we know that this line right here, Arlene, B, right, is 1,060, right? Arlene? And then the next line inside here would be 8,080. What if I drew another line? What would that be? 1,100, right? How high can I go before I hit 1,100? 1,099. All right, so that's your highest possible elevation at location J. All right, what is the distance between J to K, which is right here? J to K. What is the distance between those 2 points? What? Not a half a mile. 1 mile. 1 mile is the distance between those 2 points. All right. Moose River. Which direction is it flowing? Which direction is Moose River flowing? Oh, cardinal directions, people. I don't want to hear up, down, left, right. Southeast. That's the direction in which it's going. Remember, elevation is decreasing this way. So it's going to the southeast. Good. Yes. Number 5, the contour of the map. We already said it was 20 feet. What does BM stand for? We saw this on a different map before. BM stands for benchmark, which means what? Exact elevation. If you look right here, we have a BM here. It's giving me the exact elevation at that point, which is 1,045 feet. Which has a steeper gradient? Grassy terrace, forest ridge, or sheer cliff? What has the steepest gradient? Remember, steepest gradient is this, whether how gradual or steep something is, right? Steepest gradient would be much steeper. Think it's the cliff. I have all the lines converging in a single point. You can't get more steep than a cliff. All right? Which letters on the map represent a depression? Which 2 letters represent a depression? Melissa. P and A. Remember, a depression is indicated on a topographic map by having those dashes through the line. So P and A are the 2 letters. What is the elevation at location A? Location A, what is the elevation? 980, because this line's 1,000. But remember, we're not going up. It's a depression. We're going down by 20. 980. Good. And what is the lowest possible elevation at location P, which is right here? Lowest possible elevation. All right. 941. Good. It is 941. So how we figured this out, again, 1,000, this is 980, 960. If I drew another line there, it would be 940, but I can't do that. So how low can I go before I hit 940? 941. Good job. Any questions?